this is how you make a steering system on a little car. There's one way to make a steering system. You can also steer a car if you have separate motors, one on each wheel in the back. That's a good steering system. But this one is also good. So basically it's built around this long screw going through this funny nut. This is called a nut, or tuerca in Espanol. And it's called a T-nut. And we mount that T-nut on this little strip of metal. It's called plumber's tape. So we mounted it there, we hot glued it on there. But we glued it on one of these holes so the screw can go in and out of there nice and smooth. Okay, and then we're gonna mount that on this end of the wheel over here, and it's gonna move it up and down. But before that, I'm gonna show you how to connect the screw to the motor. This is very important. It has to be perfectly smooth. I mean, that has to be perfectly smooth too. If you get any glue on your screw, it's gonna stick it down. It's not gonna work. It's to be nice and clean as it goes in there. And then I put the head on this side and I glue the little hot glue nub onto this side. You could do it the other way, but this is the way I do it. So then you get the hot glue, and as you glue it, the important thing is it has to be perfectly straight. Like the screw and the glue nub and the motor shaft have to be in one line. So I'm gonna start by putting a bunch of glue right on top, like that. And then I'm gonna stick that right to the end of the screw like that. And then I turn it so I can see if it sticks up or not. And if it sticks up, I bend it over. I want that thing perfectly straight. And then I'll put some more glue up here on the threads to make sure it stays on there when it cools. And then again, I'm turning it and making sure it's pretty straight. All right. And then it's already got a hole. I didn't show you how I did that, but I did that with a push pin. Poked a hole in there. You can use a drill or a nail also. Make a nice hole in your hot glue nub, but not too big. It has to be smaller than the motor shaft. Then I've got my motor mounted on a little stick, a little palito de paleta. And so when I'm ready to mount it, I just clip it on here. Okay, so now it's almost dry, almost cool. And I'm gonna jam it on the shaft of the motor. So it's all the way in there. So now you can see the shaft and the glue and the screw are all in a perfect line. Well, not perfect, but pretty close. Okay, and then I'm gonna get my push pin and I'm gonna stick it through the piece of plumber's tape onto the axle, the front. Well, it's not the axle, it's the chassis that's going out, supporting the axle. All right, and then you can see that it's too tall and I've got to cut it off with the wire cutters. Otherwise it's gonna touch my little screw there. This motor's gonna be mounted over here. Right, I'm gonna chop it off right here. Decapitate my push pin, and there it is. And sometimes you might have to put a little bit of glue down here below it if it comes out, but sometimes the stick holds it just fine. Okay, and then you put the clip. Oh, actually, what you do is you put the screw right in the middle. I've got my my reversing switch all set over here, so it runs the. Well, that's the one that moves it forward or backwards, and this is the one that turns it. Turns the wheel. So you make sure that it's wound so it's right in the center, and then you make sure right in the center of the screw, and then you make sure the wheels are facing straight ahead, and then you clip it on. to go. Okay, and now if you lift it up, see that thing running the motor is running the screw back and forth through the nut and making it steer. I put these blocks here to stop it. You don't want it turning too far or it goes off of the bend. And often it won't steer when it's just sitting there. It doesn't have enough energy. But when it's rolling, it will. So you roll it and steer it and it works. Or maybe those batteries are dead. All right. Here I've got 2 batteries, but you can put 4 and make it even stronger. This side's got 4 for the drive wheel, or the drive motor, and this one's got 2 for the steering. All right. I know you can do it.